So my name is Bill Warren. I'm the vicar of the South Croydon Benefice, which includes these two churches of St Peter's and St Augustine's. Our central aim is to worship and to lead worship, and our worship is focused on the Eucharist. So all our main services are Eucharistic based. We also have other services like the carol service. Yesterday, we're in this week coming up to Christmas, and we had a wonderful benefice carol service here in St Peter's yesterday afternoon with our joint choirs and readers and prayers. And the local community came, helping to prepare for the holy season of Christmas.
I get involved in all the services, which I love. Mondays is the day that I spend most time in the parish. And at the moment, I spend Mondays after a team meeting here in the morning. I spend Mondays at Hurley Oaks Primary School listening to the children read, which is very interesting. Because we're building up a project which will involve a lot of people that go to that school and their families. It's a local school to us, and not many of the people from over there would think about setting foot inside a church, and indeed many of them have never heard of God.
Because I help out from time to time at the floating shelter in the evenings in the winter. And I think one thing that it's opened my eyes to is just how impoverished there are. There are still so impoverished people here in England. People would think that everybody is looked after by the welfare state, but it's not the case at all. And we have here in Croydon, a London suburb, people sleeping on the streets who need desperately help in every form, with a warm place to sleep and something to eat. And we help these people as much as we can. And very often you hear surprising tales of people who have had a life that's been going along fine, and yet for some reason it's all fallen apart. They have nowhere to go. They end up in the cold, in the wet, on the streets. But what we're doing with the floating shelter is at least addressing that issue to some extent. And their gratitude is absolutely overwhelming.
We host film companies and let our buildings be used. Down at St Augustine's, we have a community centre. So many different people and groups from our local area use us, from our play group to all sorts of exercise classes, drama classes, people who are learning French and other languages. Of course we have parties for children and wedding parties. There's always something going on.